Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Welcome back, everyone, or welcome in to the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Jim Hardy. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your phone calls, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Again, thank you so much for all of you out there being with us each and every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, right here on the Auburn Blitz. We may look at some post-spring betting odds, win totals for the SEC, maybe some NIL values. Take a look at some dates to know as far as Tahad Pettiford. Will he be back at Auburn? What's this basketball team going to look like? We've talked about that a little bit. Obviously, it's going to look drastically different. We've looked at a lot of the guys you're bringing in through or Bruce Pearl's bringing in through the transfer portal and through recruiting. But Pettiford is the one kind of guy that could come back and be a huge part of that. But he has entered his name into the NBA draft. We'll talk about some dates of what we can look forward to, maybe get an idea of whether he's going to be back or not. But we'll be talking about that a little bit. Auburn SEC golf. Auburn is their number one team, yet again defending their national championship from 1 year ago. That will get underway in about mid-May. Those Auburn found out what their region that they're going to be hosting looks like. We'll talk about that a little bit before the show is over today as well. So, but anything you'd like to bring up, if it's a new subject, give us a call. 256-234-6221. Let us know what's on your mind. Really appreciate the opportunity to interact in some way. So go check us out on our Facebook page or YouTube page, or just keep dialing us in on your Spectrum cable dial. Good to see you today, Jim.
Yes, sir.
You came in, you said, we got to talk about this NIL. So what's going on? I mean, it's a new day. Same old story, right?
Well, same old story, except we're going more north than we've ever been in the history of sports.
Okay.
Like, I don't understand it. Doing my research, a little bit of homework, do you know Ohio State spent just a little over $20 million last year to win the national title? I mean, because all year long, news people covered it and said, hey, these guys have done spent $20 million on a roster. They're buying a championship. And they won. Okay, we'll give them that much. Did you know out of the 16 SEC teams, by doing research, there's 12 of the 16 that are close to that number or over it?
12
of the 16 are at the number that Ohio State played last year or over it.
20 million or more.
Or more. 12 that are there. Now, this is one that'll blow your mind even further. There's one team on that list that's double everybody else. Double.
Who would that be?
That would be your Texas Longhorns.
Okay.
When the football kicks in September, as of the numbers yesterday that I saw, they're going to be pushing close to $40 million for their roster. 40. Whew. Where does this stop? Because here's the thing. If Ohio State showed last year 20 wins it, Texas says, well, by God, we've got oil money. We'll just go out and outspend you.
Right.
I mean, where does it stop, Andy?
Oh, well, I mean, obviously it doesn't until somebody stops it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, with the revenue sharing, which is supposed to kick in any day now.
Well, and here's
that's up to $20 million.
Here's the can of worms that's going to open, okay? Because
Right.
I've done my homework on that. Supposedly, revenue sharing, they're all thinking these universities are banking off of this year. The reason some of them are overspending their self where they have in the past maybe spent 10 or 12, 15. A lot of teams are going on and spending that 20 or more because they're thinking the House settlement's going to fall into place sometime over the summer. Mm-hmm. That revenue sharing talking about that you're saying is going to come into effect. Well, that's $20.5 million over all your sports, not just football. Football ain't fixing to get just $20 million. So, and it also what happens is those collectives that are there, they go away. When there's revenue sharing, so say Auburn's collective, I forget the name of it now. But
that's not a cap as far as I understand. You could pay more.
That's correct.
That's just the minimum.
That's correct. Now we're getting somewhere. And when this collective goes away, it's on the corporations after that. Like Auburn, let's just say, I don't know, Briggs & Stratton's a big motor company down there. Well, Briggs & Stratton says, well, hey, we want to pay, I don't know, Jackson Arnold another $5 million. Well, they can. There's nothing stopping it. So you get my point is, if Texas has already shown we can go to 40 and out-double everybody else, where does the number end?
I mean, $100 million. Who's the first $100 million roster?
Correct.
Would it be Ohio State? Would it be Texas?
Well,
would it be Texas A&M?
In the definition of the word itself or the letters, NIL, that is name, image, and likeness, correct? Right. Your name, your image, and your likeness can't tell me that there's enough people on Texas's roster that's making them $40 million in images. You tell me.
Well, what's the national championship worth?
There you go.
That's the bottom line.
Well, correct. If you're going to quantify that in ticket sales, jersey sales, apparel, hats, things like that the university could make money back if people are going to spend with it. And if you look at it and say, okay, Ohio State won it last year with 20, well, maybe their booster says, well, gosh, I'll give you another $5 million this year because you won it.
Right.
But at some point, maybe we've already left those rails, but at some point we're leaving the college behind. This is not college anymore. This is not amateur athletes.
Has sailed long ago.
Yes. So why should we not just go ahead and point it into that super conference deal where you got teams that have got these big cities and can pay this big money? Why don't we just make a 25-team league that can all pay $30 million rosters and say, look, there's your cap and play with your $30 million?
Well, we keep talking about this, and then we keep bringing it up, and it's the same conversation. We've been having it for months, several years now.
Yeah.
Pointing to what this is all going to take place. And we all understand, and I think everybody, while we all, we disagree about certain, small aspects of it.
Right.
Everybody understands the big picture.
Sure.
And they look at it, and everybody says of the same problems. But the thing, it's going to take one person. It's going to take a strong leader to step up and enact some of these things to, as far as putting the cap on, or as far as having legislation in government legislation,
right.
Antitrust legislation. And until one individual, and that's really all it would take, is one individual to get up and say, look, this is the way we're going to do it. So now, you'd have a lot of people disagree with it, but if you were strong enough and you were a strong enough leader, you could probably, wrangle the wills of men and get them all together.
So is that the President of the United States?
That may be what it took. That may be what it takes. Or a czar of college football.
Who is that?
Greg Sankey.
Well,
Nick Saban.
Yeah, he's only as good as what the SEC will listen to.
Sure.
Because these coaches, just like Texas is backed by a bunch of money. There's a reason we pulled them into the conference. We didn't pull them over here just because we like Texas football. They brought a lot of money and a lot of eyeballs with them to pay the SEC.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows that. So I just can't understand. I say I can't understand. I understand it, but I can't see where the stopping point is because even the NFL's got a salary cap. When you've shown that you won a championship last year with paying a little over 20, and now somebody goes and spends 40, what's the next line? 60? Like you said, who's the first $100 million roster?
I remember the first $1 million coach.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and now we're paying them, what's the $12 million a year?
Yeah.
I mean,
most of them. Hugh's not up to that level, but
No.
most of them.
Nor does he deserve to be.
You know, and like what we've got here today, that we're going to go over some betting odds. You can mark some people off that list real fast that don't have the Jimmies and Joes. You can be the best X's and O coach you ever want to be, but if I'm playing a $8 million roster versus a 40, I don't think it's going to work out.
Where's
very well.
Auburn's roster? Did you see?
Yeah, they're at above 20. They're like that
above
21,
20.
22. Yeah. Yep.
So Ohio State's around 20.
Yes. They're
and,
one of them.
and Auburn's right there with them.
Yep.
But Texas is.
You basically go look at that, and this is how I started it. Go look at that roster, that poll that just came out of the early prediction for the year, the on 3, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
Start going down that list, and that's the number. You just start seeing that 20 number pop up. People have 18, 21, 23, 19. People are willing. Texas Tech's, Auburn's, Florida. You can go right down the list that they're all throwing the bag at it.
Was the general consensus the 20 million?
Yes,
except
that
for
was
Texas.
that was the average areas. They all saw the bar, Ohio State, last year, and they said, well, we got to go to that bar to make it happen. And then Texas has outrun them so far that it's not even competition. Like it's $40 million. They said they're in the high 30s now. By the time it ball kicks in September, it'll be close to $40 million.
Wow. Well, again, I mean, we'll see if it pays off for Texas.
I don't know how it came. Because if think about it this way. If I come to play your team, I got a good first-string team. You got a good first-string team in Texas. Well, one of my guys go down. 2 of your guys go down. Your second string just as good as my first team because you went out and bought it.
Yeah. Up against our first break here, but don't go anywhere. Just getting started. More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Here they come. Truckloads of fresh inventory to Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,250 off. New GMC Terrains, the popular SUV known for its safety, technology, and performance, is discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy. No payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us, taking you up to 1 o'clock today. We are brought to you each and every day by Sensagreen for air that's cool and clean. Call Sensagreen, heating, cooling, and insulation, 334-487-3555. How about Russell Do-It Center? They got 9 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. And J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job's too big, no job's too small. Commercial or residential, for all your needs, give them a call. J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. All right, over under. This is post-spring betting odds, win totals. Texas coming in at the top with 10.5, and the over is minus 200. The under is plus 160. So if you wanted to lay the over here, you would need to put up $200 to win $100. So they want you to they feel like that's probably the safer bet there. Mm-hmm. And you know, over you for $40 million. I mean, how can it not be, right?
That's correct.
Georgia's 9.5. Mm-hmm. The minus 178. The under is plus 144.
Now that's going to be a tricky one this year, as opposed to any other year with Kirby, because he's got a new quarterback. He's real beat on the offensive line. I think I read the other day, out of the 85-man roster deal, he had 48 of them that never played a down of football at Georgia.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's, even for a great coach, that's a lot to overcome.
Again, though, they feel like the riskier bet is the under. So
yes, that's true. I'm just saying, if you were a bettor, it might be a chance to take that under, just because Kirby could have a down year.
I mean, the quarterback, the Stockton, I guess,
Gunner,
and you know, he had a moment in the SEC title game, mm-hmm. but the playoff, I mean, you know, he didn't look great, right? Alabama 9.5.
Yep.
The over plus 110. The under minus 134. So
tells you somebody knows something. I've been on that bandwagon last week when I picked my predictions.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. So LSU 8.5.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Nussmeier coming back. Yeah, they could be fine where they are. Nussmeier, quarterback, I mean, he's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the most experienced in the SEC.
Right, and they've spent the money this year. They've done some good.
Where about Alabama? You going 9.5? You going over or under?
Under. I think you're looking at 2 years left of DeBoer, and he'll be boring. He'll be over.
At Tennessee, now post-spring now, I don't know where they were pre-spring, but post-spring they are 8.5.
I would say that I'd have to go under that now.
Minus 122 is the over. Plus 100 is the under. So
because you got a brand new quarterback you had to bring in that doesn't know anything about your offense.
Yeah.
And does this team trust him, or can he even run the system well?
Here you go with your Auburn Tigers, 7.5. I know where you're going.
There you go.
You're going big time over here.
That's correct.
They got the over put at minus 158, the under at plus 128 for your Auburn Tigers. So
I'd put them more at that 9.5 numbers where I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you'd make me question my bet at 9.5, but not at 7.5. I'm over all day.
I mean, look, I just look at it from the perspective of if I'm Hugh Freeze, I've got to be over here.
Sure.
7.5. If I go under here, I'm in trouble.
You're looking for a
so I'm if you're Hugh Freeze, you're pushing all your chips in here.
Well, and he's shown it in the money he spent this year. They've pushed it all.
And
in.
if you got a $20 million roster,
yes,
there's no excuse.
No.
For going under here.
No. I mean, you can survive not winning the national title with a $20 million roster, but you better be at least on the fringe of the playoffs, at least talked about playoff team. And if last year is any product of what he could do this year, think about all the games that were so close there, the Missouris, the Arkansas, the Oklahomas. Yeah, all of those, if you flip those the other way, then we're talking about a 9-win team, especially an 8-4 win team.
Oh, if Auburn, the field goal kicking was, sporadic at best. Last year, that you feel like that, and to no fault of anybody's, it just was one of those things. You had to throw a true freshman out there, and he wasn't quite ready. That 5 turnovers against Cal, 5 turnovers against Arkansas, or I think it was.
That's your biggest number that scares you on both sides of this equation I'm about to tell you about is Auburn's turnovers last year helped get us beat, and Jackson Arnold's turnovers, his fumbles, his interception helped him have the record he had last year.
That's true.
So both directions could be interesting for them.
Missouri, South Carolina, and Texas A&M are all 7.5.
I could see that.
Where are you going, over or under?
On which? Missouri?
Let's start with Missouri, yeah.
Under.
Okay.
South Carolina's over. If the quarterback stays healthy. If he stays healthy, I think they're fine. And
Texas A&M?
A&M, I like them right where they are, 7 wins. Yeah. What do you think?
I like South Carolina. I like the over on South Carolina myself. Texas A&M. I think they surprised everybody last year. Could they overachieve this year?
No.
Looking at their schedule, I mean, maybe they could. Florida 6.5, Oklahoma 6.5. I think everybody's hoping Florida. If they're talking about DJ Lagway as the Heisman candidate, I think you got to go over.
Oh, yeah.
Oklahoma, though, I might take 7 wins with them. So I'd feel okay with that.
I just hope one of them ain't Auburn.
Yeah. Arkansas 5.5, Kentucky 4.5, Vandy 4.5, Mississippi State 3.5. Not good. Sorry, Russ. All right. We got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout Central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Only about 30 more minutes left in today's show. I'd like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Tremendous place to get some great food in the Montgomery and Auburn area. They got daily lunch specials. They got a wide variety of wine, of steaks, of ribs, Conecuh burgers, steak burgers. They got a little bit of everything there, and the food is absolutely delicious. The prices are reasonable. The people are great. Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Go and check out their website, steaksandwine.com. Just the letter N, steaksandwine.com. And check out their daily lunch specials. Go and get you some tremendous food. You'll be glad that you did, for sure. All right, dates you should know for Tahad Pettiford. The G League Combine, May 9th through 11th. So that's coming up here next week. Tahad Pettiford, I'm going to receive some in-person evaluations from NBA teams. This is, you go, do the G League Combine, and then if you perform really well in that, if you'll remember, Janai Broom did the same thing. Janai Broom went to the G League, this is a couple of years ago, and he did really, really well, and they bumped him up to the NBA Combine, and he got evaluated there too. And they said, you probably need to work on this and this, and he decided to come back to Auburn. Will that happen again? I don't know. We'll see. But the NBA Combine is May 11th through the 18th. So May 9th through 11th is the G League Combine, 11th through the 18th, the NBA Combine. We'll see if Pettiford gets bumped up to that. If he does, that's fine. It doesn't automatically mean, though, that he's going to go into the draft. Just bear in mind that is a possibility.
And hopefully it's what, one, is best for him, his situation. But then, two, it's what you just said about Janai. Maybe he gets in there and they look at him and go, hey, you need to work on this a little more. And he goes, you know what, I can make $1 million at Auburn, and I may not make but $250,000 in the G League, so just let me go back and play another year.
Yeah, used to. The G League, you understood that. Okay, kid, you make some money, go. Now, you're probably making more in college.
Ain't no problem. There's a bunch of them making more.
The draft lottery, May 12th. The order, the first 14 teams selecting in the draft are decided in the lottery. Pettiford is by no means a projected lottery pick. Pearl noted last week that teams 20 through 30 in the first round will also be set that day. If there is a team in that group that is in the market for a point guard, that could add to the potential for Pettiford to be drafted in the first round. So that's something to be wary of when they do the draft lottery. Who's looking for what?
Right. And I think that, aside talking about the NFL draft for a second, I think that's what really happened as much as anything is to Shedeur and some of those quarterbacks. You only had so many teams that are looking for a quarterback.
Right.
So there's only so many teams looking for a point guard there that of his size, of his fit their offense, and he could drop far enough to where he would go, okay, there's only 2 teams looking at me. They want somebody else for this year. They said they would get me, but it'd be 4th or 5th round. Then I would probably just move on.
Yeah. He's not the biggest guy in the world. Maybe that works against him a little bit.
Sure.
In the NBA. But when you've got, maximum talent at height, height can be overcome. You
talk about the little guys like the Allen Iverson. Do you just look at him as that type of guy? Does he have that twitch that Allen had?
He ain't Allen Iverson quite yet.
No.
Maybe he gets there one day, but I don't know. We'll see.
That's what when you deal in smaller outcomes, you got to overcome it with certain things. Certain attributes of you got to be Allen Iverson-like, Spud Webb-like, stuff that you can just overcome being little.
The withdrawal deadline, May 28th. Mm-hmm. So we got a ways to go.
Oh, yeah.
Before this all comes to a head here, but. In order to maintain college eligibility, he'll need, obviously, if he intends to do that, he must pull out of the draft process by May 28th. So we'll see what happens with that. Right now, ESPN is projecting him as the number 39 prospect. CBS Sports does not have him in the top 40. Yahoo Sports has him as number 18. Prospect. Sports Illustrated, number 34, and NBA Draft Room has him at number 31. So seems like pretty much everybody,
30?
The consensus is mid-30s.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So is that a number high enough for you that he's gone? If he's a top 30, let's say he's above 30.
He's not a lottery pick. That usually indicates that probably a better idea to come back to college. Now, everybody's different. Auburn's had quite a few guys that have decided to leave when they get that, which, I mean, I don't, didn't agree with it, but everybody's got to make their own decision.
Sure.
Like you said, what's best for him?
Correct. Yeah, because some of them, he may look at the roster that Bruce has put together now for this new incoming team and go, okay, well, how do I fit into that?
Right.
Because I was at home with all my boys over there and those 23, 24, 25-year-olds we had. Now all these new guys from all different parts of the country coming in here all together. I got to relearn a whole nother team, got a whole nother band of brothers. Would I rather do it at Auburn or do it in the NBA?
And he, quite frankly, shined on the team last year. Does he fit into? Can he be the?
Can he still
Or is
shine?
he going? As some of these other guys going to outshine him?
That's correct.
I hate to say it, but that's probably.
No, that's part of it.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
It's part of the thinking. Okay, we got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Just a couple of more segments left in today's show. 254-6221 is our number here. We're talking about basketball dates. We got football dates as well, right?
Yeah, football recruiting dates. So the guys that are being looked at out there starting today, from the 1st to the 24th, they can be contacted by teams. So you got a 24-day period that you can be. 25 and 26, 27 and 28. So 4 days is a dead period of the month that they can't talk to you at all. And then there's in May. And then the 29, 30, and 31 is a quiet period that they've put into there. So that people will know what those are. A quiet period is the period of time when it is permissible to make in-person recruiting contacts only on the member institution campus. No in-person off-campus recruiting can take place. So that is a quiet period.
Okay.
So you can come see us, but we can't come see you.
It's quiet.
We can't. You knock on our door, but we can't knock on yours.
Okay.
So
that
that's,
makes sense.
And obviously everybody knows the sense of a dead one is can't nobody talk to nobody.
No.
Just leave us alone. Yeah.
Well, everybody needs a dead period occasionally. That's for sure.
That's what I would say. The coaches, at some point, because these coaching cycles never stop, you're coaching from August, when practice starts, all the way for the teams that make it to January to play in that championship game. Then you turn around in February and you're starting spring back. So you go spring for a month. You've literally only got a few months that you're off, and that's recruiting. Now that's the transfer portal.
I'm sure coaches wish there were longer
dead periods. Correct. Well, I think that's why a lot of them are lobbying now, where you've had 2 transfer periods, one in the fall and one in the spring. I think they're all out there going, hey, let's have one in the fall and be done with it. Yeah. Don't have one in the spring because that's killing us.
Sure.
And I can only imagine if I was a kid of one of these coaches, you'd never see your dad. Never.
No.
Because when you going to go home?
All right.
You outside of working with your team, then you got to watch film at night or in the morning to get ready for the next day. Then you got one of these cell phones that people are calling all hours or texting all hours of the night, going, "Hey, coach, I want to come play for Auburn."
And you got schmucks like us that say, "Hey, their competition over here's got a $40 million roster. You better get it to work."
So I'm with you. I think they would wish that there's probably a whole couple months in there to where they could go, let's just go to the beach and hang out, but it just ain't. Now there's the other side of that coin is, how many professions in the world do you know that get paid $10 million a year? So you got to earn that $10 million.
Yeah, but you don't even have time to spend it.
Well, hey, you got it saved. When they fire you, you got it saved up.
The wife.
Yeah.
The wife and kids enjoy it.
They're right. That's what I'm saying. They never see you, so they're going to the park and everywhere else.
Yeah, all right.
So if you do like what was the one that got fired at LSU? Orgeron. Oh, he talks about all the time how great his life is right now.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Think about Jimbo Fisher. He owns a dang ranch over in Texas, just hanging out riding horses.
He probably owns more than that ranch about what? Probably 100,000 acres.
Yeah. I don't know the acreage, but I know they paid that man a bunch of money to leave.
Yeah. $80 million worth probably.
Yeah.
That's total contract.
It's a give and take, I guess. You take all the pressure and everything that comes with that job, and then when you get ready to leave, you take what you earned. If you had to put up with it for 4 or 5 years, then take your $10 million and go sit on the beach. Be Brian Harsons.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. As I mentioned, SEC golf regional coming up. Auburn will be hosting this at the Auburn University Club, May the 12th through the 14th. A lot of things coming up here in May.
Yes.
In the middle of May.
Big May.
You got the softball coming to a close here. The SEC tournament will be not this weekend, but next weekend, I think. So
baseball's got some huge series going on.
Huge. We got 3 series left in baseball, and that'll start coming to a head in June. Then you'll have the World Series. Man, there's a lot going to be going on.
Now, to dig into this golf thing, how big of an advantage you think it is for golf of playing on your own golf course?
I think it's huge. I mean, too. Clearly. Yeah. Knowing the course as well as they do and playing on it as often as they do, I think it's a huge advantage.
Now, would that, and this may be an answer you may or may not know, obviously it's the NCAA regional. Does the NCAA come out and set the pins, where they're going to be for the day or for the weekend or for wherever? Or who gets to set that? Because Auburn obviously is familiar with all the grass and the course around it, but somebody's got to set those pins because they can change from, sometimes day to day depending on the tournaments.
I would have to believe that the NCAA's got to be involved in that
somehow. Yeah.
To just make it,
or would it be an SEC deal?
That's a good question. Yeah. I do not know, but that's something to investigate for sure.
Well, I would think that people need to go out and give it a watch.
Yeah.
How many opportunities? We always sit up here and talk about football, baseball, basketball, all the big ones. How many opportunities you get to go watch a national champion team put on a show?
No doubt.
Go out there to the course and take it all in.
So who's going to be in Auburn's regional? Auburn will be the 1 seed. They are the number 1 overall seed, number 1 team in the country. Again, defending their national championship last year. Texas A&M is the 2 seed, UCLA, SMU, Georgia Tech. Oregon is your 6 seed, Purdue, Little Rock, TCU, Charleston. New Mexico State is the 11 seed. Loyola Marymount is the 12th seed. And USC Upstate is your 13 seed. So you'll have, I believe, about 6 different regions. And you'll have 13 teams in 3 of them. And you'll have 14 teams in 3 of them. And the top 5 teams move on to the next round. So you'll have 30 teams move on to the next round.
And this is a straight up.
But you just got to finish in the top 5.
This is just a straight up golf match. It's not match play.
Yeah, this is stroke play.
Yeah.
And then you'll get on to match play after, I think the next round is actually stroke play too. And then you get into the match play. And
so when you cut you're saying it'll go from how many teams? 30 teams out of all these regionals. So those 30 teams, the next one, out of the 30, they'll probably cut it to 10 or so, I'd say, the top 10.
I forget. Yeah, exactly.
And then out of those 10, you're saying it'd be matched because you'd obviously have to have an even number to match up going into there. Or maybe Elite 8, something like that. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
So that'll be pretty cool. All right, we got to take another break. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
SignSource is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz final segment on this Thursday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. I don't know if you knew this. I didn't even realize this, but the Pac-12 is still in business. There's only 2 teams.
Yeah, I don't know how you can.
But apparently, they are expanding next year. Did you realize this? Have I been living under a rock? I didn't realize it. But apparently, Boise State, let's see, I think, there it is. Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Utah State, and San Diego State are joining the Pac-12, are joining Washington State and Oregon State, and they're going to continue the Pac-12.
Well, why don't we just get all the states and put them together?
I mean, you got to have a state in your name to be a part of it, apparently. But they need one more.
Hey,
because you got to have one more. Apparently, you got to have 8 to be a conference.
We got a good one in our area, Georgia State. They play some good football.
That's true.
Yeah, give them a call.
Why not? They've signed on with the CW and CBS Sports Network and ESPN to show games next year.
Okay.
So the Pac-12 says, "Hold my beer."
Right.
We're not going to run off anywhere.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, I can confidently say this. even with the 7 teams they got, you could put all their NIL budgets together and it wouldn't make one SEC team.
Oh no, yeah, it's not good. I wouldn't think for sure,
especially Texas.
Yeah, but they will. I doubt they'll, even if when they combine back. I don't think they're going to get their power standing back.
No. I mean,
no.
That's why I'm telling you, I think even more every day we're leaning toward a super conference.
It's inevitable, but again, it's going to take a strong leader to step up and make it happen.
SEC, ACC will come together, and the Big Ten will just, a few of them will jump out, like Ohio State, Michigan. They'll jump, and it'll be, I'm guessing in that 30 range program, 25 to 30.
Right.
That'll be your ones you'll be watching.
Okay. It is May the 1st, Jim.
It is.
Flying. My goodness. How are we far into this year already? Not on this day, 1925, Jimmy Fox, the great Jimmy Fox, Hall of Famer, one of the great power hitters of the early era of baseball, made his major league debut at 17 years old.
Wow.
For the Philadelphia A's.
Speaking of that, I saw a great one.
What were you doing at 17?
I saw a great one this morning since you're a big Braves guy.
I
am
am a big
Braves
Braves guy.
on this day, I think it was in 2019 or 2000 something, on this day they played the Mets. Lemke hit a ball to the right side. They went to go get him out at first, and the first baseman missed the bag. The first baseman turns around and argues with the umpire, and as he's arguing with the umpire, two people scores while he's arguing on this day.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
David Cohn, yeah.
That was crazy. You don't ever see that.
I remember seeing that, yeah. I don't remember the game, but
yep.
I
just thought that was pretty cool.
2019.
No, it was quick.
It was like
Lemke was on back there in the 90s.
Yeah.
I was thinking Lemke and Smoltz and that bunch. That was probably late 90s, wasn't it? Yeah. I thought that for this day, that was pretty cool.
That may have been probably more like 95-ish, 94-ish.
Well, then you'd hit me right on the head then when you're 16 or 17. I was right there in the middle of it. Yeah.
Not on this day, 1926, Satchel Paige, the great Hall of Fame pitcher, made his debut in the Negro Leagues at 19 years old.
Okay.
Again, what were you doing at 19? These guys were playing professional baseball.
I had girls on my mind.
Yeah. 1951, Mickey Mantle hit his first Major League home run against the Chicago White Sox in Chicago. And 1991, 44-year-old Nolan Ryan threw his 7th and final no-hitter.
Wasn't that one of the best ever played?
What were you doing at 44, Jim? I wasn't throwing a no-hitter, that's for sure.
Well, no, I wasn't. That dude, I just love watching him pitch.
Unbelievable.
Because he would throw it down your throat and then dare you to come to the mound because he was going to knock your lights out.
44 years old, he threw
100.
You know what? I say this all the time, but this is the astounding thing. Nolan Ryan, of course, has more no-hitters than anybody in Major League Baseball history.
Right.
7. You know who has more one-hitters than anybody in Major League Baseball history?
Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan. You know who has more two-hitters than anybody in Major League Baseball history?
I'm going to go on a limb and say Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan. You know how many had more three-hitters than anybody in Major League Baseball history?
Wow.
I mean, the guy is a freak show.
That's a player.
In my mind, he is still underrated as far as that's concerned. All right, happy birthday today, Glenn Ford, great actor. Jack Parr hosted Tonight Show before the great Johnny Carson. Daniel O'Herlihy was the old guy who ran OCP and RoboCop.
Okay.
He also was the bad guy in Halloween 3.
Don't know Halloween.
That's great. He played a great part in that one. He was trying to murder the children, which is not good.
No, that's not good.
It was a funny movie anyway. If you can believe that.
Pharmaceutical companies trying to do that now.
Yeah, really. Chuck Bednarik from the Bednarik Award, great linebacker, born on this day, 1925. Sonny James from Hackleburg, Alabama. Young Love.
Nope.
No? Okay. Ray Parker Jr. sang Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Who you going to call? Well, actually, he ripped it off from Huey Lewis and
News, right.
Won a new drug. But Charlie O'Brien, catcher for the Braves, Gary Clark, wide receiver for the Redskins, Tim McGraw, Curtis Martin, and Wes Welker, all born on this day.
Now, there's another short athlete, Wes Welker.
That's true.
Yeah.
That'll wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us, Jim. I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.